Welcome back to My Club Pro TV, Bromley FC, the Road to Wembley. The fifth round saw the Ravens drawn away to National League South side Tonbridge Angels. A simple enough tie on paper, but it would prove to be anything but.
After a quiet start, it took until the 24th minute for Bromley to create their first real opportunity of the game. Corey Whiteley found James Alabi with a great cross, but he couldn't keep the ball underneath the bar.
In the second half, it was Joe Turner that started to cause the visitors problems, first firing a shot over the bar from range. Before a great move from the Angels saw him on the end of a cross, he just couldn't keep the right side of the post.
Shortly after a barrage of chances for the home team, they were reduced to 10 men after Harry Hudson was sent off for a stamp off the ball. 8 minutes later, things went from bad to worse for Tonbridge after a slick passing move from Bromley ended with a composed finish from Palace Francis.
Undeterred by being reduced to 10 men, the home side rallied, and in the 88th minute, that man Turner was back to haunt the Ravens as he bundled in a corner to make it 1-1. With no extra time at this stage of the competition, the game would go straight to penalties.
Up stepped Parkinson to take the first penalty for the Angels, but it was saved well by Ellery Balcombe, low to his left. After 4 penalties apiece, it was Bromley who had the narrow 3-2 lead. Joe Turner had to score for the home side to stay in the tie. Up he stepped, but Balcombe read it well, saving to send the Ravens through. So Ellery, you joined the club back in January and the FA Trophy was a real opportunity for you to break into the first team. As a goalkeeper, it's about taking those moments and stepping up in them, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, obviously what happened at Tonbridge Angels wasn't the best start, but recovered well from that little mistake that happened at the end and got the 3 points. And
you mentioned it there. I mean, it was an epic penalty shootout, a double save from yourself. As a goalkeeper, it surely doesn't get much better than that.
No, not really. Obviously, I had a lot to do, like making up for the mistake, but yeah, it was good. I enjoyed that one.
Tell us about the psychology, because as outfield players, obviously you get a lot more touches and potential involvement in a game, but as a goalkeeper, you know, you do have to perhaps go through periods of the game where you're just kind of concentrating, seeing what's going on, and then having to step up. And if you have made a mistake and you're aware of that fact as well, you've got to have a strong mentality. Yeah, definitely.
I mean, goalkeeping's all about concentration, really, because you could be used like once or twice in a game and you just always got to stay focused. So I think that's kind of what as I go into each game, that's what I focus on, just staying concentrated for 90 minutes and yeah.
You're on loan here at Bromley, so you're obviously at the very beginning of your career getting that kind of experience week in, week out. Of all the positions on the pitch, I feel like the goalkeeper has evolved most over the years. It's about stepping up in those penalty shootouts, but distribution, positioning and so on is all part and parcel of the game. It's a much more complex position than people perhaps give it credit for.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, obviously you can see some of the modern day GKs like in the Premier League, and it's all about your feet as well as your hands. So it's something that I'm working on now and trying to improve myself now here at Bromley. And yeah, I think that's a big part of goalkeeping now.
Also with that factor on the possession, you see goalkeepers oozing composure and being cool and calm on the ball, whereas perhaps we might associate goalkeepers with being kind of high tempo, a little bit hot-headed and so on. How would you describe yourself?
I think I'm quite cool, I'm quite calm and collected. I think it's just the moments when you're under pressure and obviously you've got a striker maybe closing you down, just knowing which pass to pick but not being stupid with it and trying to play like Barcelona. I think it's just them right moments, especially in this league. A lot can happen, so it's just about being composed on the ball.
You come from Brentford, you're on loan from them, a team establishing themselves at the Premier League. What are your expectations of coming to a National League side when you're told that you're going to go out and get some experience?
Well, I know the league. I've been to this league before, so it's just about I obviously know some of the teams in this league are playing for their lives, for their living. So every game is just about getting the 3 points, and I think that's a big thing in this league. Concentrating so you don't make them little mistakes.
And when you signed those loan paper forms, did you ever anticipate that it would end in a trip to Wembley?
No, I didn't. That was unexpected, but obviously we're all looking forward to it and we can't wait to put on a show for the fans.
For you personally, kind of growing up in West London, a trip to Wembley must be something you and your family are really looking forward to.
Yeah, definitely. I think I've asked for the most tickets, so yeah, it'd be good to get all the family down.
And let's take it right back to the start. We're seeing a young Ellery on screen there. How much did you enjoy those years of simply just having a ball at your feet or a ball in your hands and playing?
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I mean, I didn't really know when I first went to my first club, I didn't know what to do, where to go, so I just ended up being in goal and I've just been there ever since.
And tell us about your first club then, give them a little bit of a shout out. Who were they?
Bedford Panthers in Bedfordshire. Kind of grew up there a bit, so yeah, that was my first club.
And I know you entered the professional environment and set up at a very early age, but when you look at that time that you were playing grassroots football, I imagine there were a lot of volunteer coaches who helped you and so on. Is there anything from that time that you feel you really owe service to now that you're a professional?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, obviously the coaches are mainly part-time and it's just about the hours that they put in for you, especially like when we're at such a young age. It really gives you that perspective on how much they love the game, and also for me anyway, it's kind of that dedication that they show that makes me wanna put in even more hard work.
And you're only in your early 20s, you've already played for England, you've got a trip to Wembley to look forward to as well. But there are lots of highs and lows, bumps along the road. How do you think football has helped shape you, not only as a pro, but as a man?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, especially with goalkeeping, there's highs and lows all the time. So I think that just carries over to life, really. I mean, I need to watch my language. Like, stuff can happen all the time, and it's just about reacting.
How do you fancy another epic penalty shootout, but this time at Wembley?
Hopefully it doesn't get to that point, but yeah, I'm ready for it.
And when you think and look back at young Ellery in that picture there, do you think he would be proud of what you've gone on to achieve, and do you think it was ever really a dream that you thought would be possible, going to potentially play and keep in goal at Wembley? Yeah,
definitely. Obviously, I didn't expect to be playing at Wembley at that young age, but this is only the start. It's only the start of my career, so yeah, I think I'd be proud. Yeah.
It is just the start, and best of luck. We will be cheering you on, that's for sure.
Thank you.
If you enjoyed the video, please do give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss a ramble.